My name is Gavin Evans, and this is my review of Mother. And this review will have spoilers, so that's your warning. But this is a movie that is very divisive. Some people love this movie, and some people utterly despise it with every fiber of their being. And I actually think this movie is a masterpiece. I think it is one of the best movies ever made. It would be in my list of top 100 movies. I love it. I think it's brilliant. And I just think there's so much here to explore. Like, first, we've got the biblical version to view this movie. Well, Javier Bardem is God, Ed Harris is Adam, Michelle Pfeiffer is Eve, the diamond is the apple of Eden, and when that breaks, we've got the fall of mankind, and then when the sink breaks, it's the great flood, Noah's Ark. And then, if you want my interpretation, which, I'm already giving, the book that Javier Bardem writes in the latter part of the movie, I think is the Old Testament. And then the kid that Jennifer Lawrence gives birth to is Jesus, only for mankind to kill him. So I think you can view this movie in a very biblical way. I think you can also view it as just the story of mankind from creation to its destruction and how we've evolved, but mankind, human nature, has stayed the same. I think there's also the story of a husband who's a writer and neglects his wife, and he's pretty much psychologically abusive and just ignores her and disrespects her time and time again. And all he wants is for everyone else to love him and his work. And he loses his wife as an inspiration, and that's it. And it's a look at how fame can affect one's life and how people become obsessed with celebrities. I also think you can view this movie as Jennifer Lawrence is Mother Earth and the house is the planet, and this movie's about how mankind has no regard or respect for this planet, and it never feels preachy. There's also a version of this movie where it's about a woman pushed to her limits who keeps trying to be kind and help out and is just eventually pushed too far. And I think every one of those interpretations completely works. There are so many ways to view and analyze this movie, and it's a very layered script. Like, some people call it heavy-handed. I don't agree. Some people say, don't you get it? It's a metaphor. What's it a metaphor for? That is planet Earth? Okay, great. Now, what's the rest of the movie about? Like, I feel like people are being purposely just simple when it comes to talking about this movie. I also love how this movie begins and ends the exact same way to show the cycle of creation. And man, I just think it's so ambitious in its storytelling. Like, I watch it and I'm like, there's nothing else like it. And, it's just so creative. I forgot to mention, of course, that Domhnall Gleeson and his brother are clearly meant to be Cain and Abel. And I don't know, just the fact that Darren Aronofsky's telling the story of the Bible in this manner, like, I don't know if people find it to be disrespectful. I don't. I think it's brilliant. And the whole elements of this movie just fully work. It's not whole like, bah, got you. No, nothing wrong with that. But this movie is so psychologically disturbing. And it's like a never ending panic attack. the constant disrespect for Jennifer Lawrence is nauseating at a certain point. Like, it is a tough, uncomfortable watch. And you just feel bad for her, especially in the last act. There was one scene, and I understand why some people hate this scene, but it's when you hear the snap neck. And man, that scene just breaks me. It's almost too much. It's just completely devastating and truly horrific. And this movie's also just filled with people. It's so loud and it's never ending. And that's the great aspect of the whole here. Like, you just feel so hopeless for this main character. Like, what can she do? And it's just a very effective watch. I also think this movie's directed incredibly well by Darren Aronofsky. I think it's very well shot. I like how the movie stays with Jennifer Lawrence. It's her perspective. She is the character we're following. The sound design is really fantastic. The editing, oh my goodness. In the last act of the movie, when the house goes from like a church to a rave to a war zone to like a torture camp, like this, that, and like every time she goes into a new room, it's something completely different. Like, it is just top-notch filmmaking. And I just love the chaotic nature of the movie, and the performances are incredible. I've always thought Jennifer Lawrence gave an amazing performance in this movie, and I still do. Like, she is the good in this movie. She is the humanity here. Which is ironic because, well, but you just feel for her, and she just shows so much range, and when she's panicking and she's suffocating, you feel it. So as much as I always loved her performance, I also want to say that on this viewing, Javier Bardem's performance really excelled above and beyond than what I remember. Like, he is so incredible in this movie. He's just the biggest piece of shit. He is so manipulative, and he tries to calm down his wife, and then he goes against her wishes, and he does it time and time again, and you just, he's so difficult, and he plays this character to perfection. I also thought Ed Harris was really great. And, Domhnall Gleeson does a perfectly fine job. He's not in this movie much. Michelle Pfeiffer, I also think, is absolutely incredible here. From her pretending to be nice to her being this bitch to her being annoyed at Jennifer Lawrence's every movement is so well done. She's just really fantastic here. And I actually think, like, if you can call it this or not, but this movie has my favorite cameo in Kristen Wiig. When you first see her and she's just like, it's the inspiration. And then you see her again 10 minutes later and she's shooting people, and then she's wants to shoot Jennifer Lawrence. You're just like, wow, things have really escalated. But man, I love this movie. I guess I get why some people don't like it. It's all subjective, but it's just such a brilliantly layered and complex movie to me. I do not think it's this heavy-handed, simple movie that it's getting made out to be. There's so many different ways to view it, and they all have their own depths and nuance to them. I think it is really nauseating and uncomfortable and suffocating and overwhelming in the best way. It's a very unique type of horror movie. I can think of another scary movie that delivers the emotions that this movie does. I think the cast all does an incredible job, but this movie is just perfection to me. I love it. And it's not even remotely pretentious. Just Yeah, I love it. I'm giving Mother a 9 out of 10. Okay, have you seen Mother? If so, let me know what you thought about it in the comments down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos soon. And Gavin out.